So Kevin and I are starting off a new week, going for a walk, and there are signs of spring. Yesterday was actually officially the first day of spring. So here is the pink magnolia, and it's just a gorgeous tree, and it always looks beautiful. The pink against the blue sky, it always looks gorgeous. In last week's vlog, I talked about how I ordered some Harry and David Moose Munch offline, and so I got my order in. I hadn't opened it yet, but it looks like it has like little coffee. I mean, it's like, do you want to open that over the sink? I mean, it looks like it's going to make
knock off the ground.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to make a mess. So when you order it online, it doesn't come in like single boxes. It comes in, Kevin's taking it away. It comes in, it comes all in one box, but I wonder if there's one that's
loose. I don't know if they had just a big box, they dumped them in there, and maybe there's coffee at the bottom of that box.
Because that's awful that the last time we, oh, nope, there it is. Look, that's crushed. It's open, it's cracked. Yeah, that one right there is cracked. So we're gonna go through all these and see how many of them are cracked. So what I did was I cleaned out the box. I'm actually going to put this in the Herbie, in the recycling. Our county doesn't recycle anymore, so it'll go in there even though we don't recycle. It has a number on here if you had any problems with your order. I only had one. What I wanted to do was go through these and wipe each one of them off so that I didn't get coffee all over me every time I got some. But I put them in stacks of 10, and so there were supposed to be 100 pods in there. These are the, I didn't tell you, the maple vanilla. I love the Harry and David Moose Munch Coffee Maple Vanilla. I don't remember how much these were. Kevin, do you remember right off? Like $40-something. 44 for 100. I think that's good. Of course, I got 99. But it's amazing that one pod that cracked. And not a lot of coffee had come out of it either. I mean, it still is pretty full, but it was enough to coat all of these to where it would have made it annoying. So what I'm going to do is I have a great big Mason Cash bowl. It's like an extra large bowl, and I'm going to put these in there for storage. In last week's vlog, I talked about how how this virus has affected funerals, and it really surprised me that because you don't think about this virus affecting funerals, but just people getting together, and the governor does, they don't want a large group of people congregating. So for funerals, they have put in their announcements that they most of them are just having small graveside services. So I wanted to tell you, and I'm sure this has been done before this virus. It's probably been done before. But this is new for me, so I just wanted to document it because I think it's interesting. Someone that I know has someone who has died, and so she put on Facebook, due to the restrictions, planning this person's funeral has been very difficult and heartbreaking. As the obituary states, we are having the funeral graveside. The love and support we have been shown has been phenomenal. Many of you have stated that you are struggling with how to pay your respects and remain safe and healthy. Our family wants to express our gratitude to each and every one of you that has reached out. In an effort to be compliant with the rules pertaining to the COVID-19 virus restrictions, we will be using a Facebook Live group to allow loved ones to attend the funeral virtually. This group is for anyone who would have attended the funeral. Please feel free to ask to be added to the group. So it's not an open thing, you know. They don't want it to be a spectacle. Please feel free to be asked to added to the group if you would like to attend from the safety of your home. And we are also having a celebration of life at a later date to be announced. We love you all. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I think that is a very nice thing to do. I'm assuming, Kevin, what do you think? That they'll just set up a camera at the gravesite? And just
somebody will have a camera with their phone.
And be live on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think that is a very respectful way to do things.
A good way to get around the restrictions.
I really do.
To be respectful.
Yes, I think, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me to hear from some of you all that this has been done before for relatives who are in another country. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, people may have been doing this for a long time, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything distasteful about it. I think that this is a really good way to handle things. So like I said, I just wanted to bring that to your attention because maybe you haven't thought about it or haven't noticed anything like that, but I saw that on Facebook and I just thought it was very interesting. So I know I've showed you this like the past 3 years in a row, but I love this tree. Our house is right there on the other side of that fence. That's the back of our house. And so from our kitchen window, we can actually see this tree when it comes out in the spring, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So every spring I have to come and get a picture of it because it's so pretty. So this is how it looks to me from my kitchen window, is I can see this part. I can see this part of that, the pink. And that's what gets me to walk back here every year. Well, a couple weeks ago, I showed you in the vlog where my dad brought me a bunch of nuns. And I've said before, I'm not Catholic or anything like that, but I absolutely love these. And so I need to clean some of them off. They're a little dusty, but I love them. So he found 4 more, and they're like part of a set. And made in the Republic of China, maybe? Is that what that says? Oh, we're blurry. This says made in Japan. Napcoware. Napcoware. These are just so sweet. I absolutely love them. Anyway, he brought me these, but then he also brought me these nunchucks. Repent or else, it says. And I'm sure some people would think that that was horrible, but I want you to look at these things. They're literally nunchucks. Gavin would get a kick out of that. But it has a little book in here, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to look at that book. Your Nunchucks Guide. And I have not looked at the book at all, so I have no idea. Let's see what it says. 2009 is when it came out. Introduction, nunchucks, the nun aptitude test, evil be gone, and conclusion. Introduction. In your hands, you hold a new and ingenious invention that is sure to change the way the world views nunchaku. What better way could there be to ward off evil spirits than with a set of real nunchucks? This is absolutely hysterical. So I'm gonna have to read this book. Nunchucks 101. So it tells you how to use them. So then you have an aptitude test. It actually asks you questions. What former Monty Python cast member co-starred in Nuns on the Run? And then it gives you John Cleese, Michael Palin, Eric Idle, and Terry Gilliam. That is my phone ringing. What do nuns typically wear? Clerics, habits, something, and scrubs. Which art-loving nun hosts a PBS series? What Shakespearean play has a character that says, "Get thee to a nunnery"? So anyway, this is just going to be a hilarious book, but I wanted to show you all because I think these are just the coolest things ever. So I'm going to add these to all my other ones in the den and in the living room. It is 7:23 on Saturday morning.
I feel like I'm on vacation at Disney.
Because it's so early, and I know it's kind of dark in here. The only thing you can probably see is my lips because I have Carmack on my lips. But anyway, normally on Saturday morning, we get up, we change the sheets every Saturday morning and make the bed. And making the bed is just part of my thing. If I didn't make the bed, I would feel like everything was just a mess. It's just part of being organized for me. Anyway, so then I'll have a cup of coffee and, you know, we'll do some reviews, but we'll be at home for at least until, well, I wouldn't have gotten up this early. But we would normally not head for Lexington until like 9:15, something like that in the morning. But now, today, I woke up at 6:40, knowing that the stores, Kroger and Walmart, open at 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's never been a priority to get to the store this early, because typically, at least Walmart, I thought stayed open all night. I thought they were 24 hours. But they've changed their hours now. So they've actually been closing, Walmart has been closing before Kroger in our town. Walmart has been closing at 8:30 at night, and then Kroger closes at 9. So Kroger's actually doing good because they're getting a half an hour more, Kroger's closing at 10, sorry. They're getting an hour and a half more business at Kroger, which is good because Walmart's not open during that time. But anyway, my sister had told me, she said they're putting stuff out at Kroger that people need, staples that people need that they've been running out of. So if you need anything like that, you need to be there first thing in the morning. So, for example, we were at Kroger last night. We were the people that were there when they were closing. We probably left at, I don't know, 9:45 or something like that. They were out of peanut butter. They were out of bread. They had plenty of milk. But they were out.
There's a lot of people.
Huh?
There's a lot of people in there.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to show you if I can turn you around. I'll have to zoom in. Oh, that's okay. Parking lot's over there, but there's a lot of people here. They were out of a lot of, like what I said, like staples. So I wasn't able to buy bread. Andrew had requested I pick him up. I called and I said, "What do you all need?" He had requested some peanut butter. They were out of peanut butter. So we're here at Walmart, and we're gonna look for bread. We need flour. There was no flour at Kroger. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I have the meat, you know, I have like chicken, and I have pork tenderloin, and of course I can make those without using, see all these cars? I can make that without using flour, but it's better for me with the flour, because unless you're on keto, then you're not worried about the flour. So yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of cars. They've been open since 7, so I'd say people have gotten what they need, and now they're getting ready to go. There's a place right there. But that's what we're doing on our Saturday morning. So that's a change that's happened since this virus. So we're leaving Walmart now, and there were quite a few people in there, and we didn't go to the other side of the store at all where like Kevin's been telling me hand sanitizer every time he gets in the car, so that's why I'm getting it out, because I'm not used to putting hand sanitizer on when I get in the car from Walmart. But anyway, we didn't go to the other side of the store at all where like shampoo and toys and stuff like that is. We stayed on the grocery side, but I was very glad that they had stuff in stock. Like they had peanut butter, and they had
Do you want to go to Kroger see if they have bread?
that's up to you.
I don't need bread. But
Well, that's okay. Then we don't have to go, because we've got
rolls and crackers.
yeah, we do. So we don't have to go to Kroger unless you want to get more of the pizzas because they're on sale this week.
I don't care about the pizzas.
Okay. The only thing that was on my list that I did not get was bread, and they did have bread.
Yeah, she was stocking tons of bread.
She had tons of that bunny.
Yeah, bun.
It was bunny
Sunny
brand
Bunny or whatever.
It was bunny brand.
Yeah. But she said the truck for those hadn't come in.
Heiner's. I buy the 35. I don't care. It doesn't have to be Heiner's as long as it's 35 calorie bread. What is that other brand? McMillions or something?
Yeah, somebody else was looking for healthy something.
Yeah, and they just...
And they had like 35 calorie bread. That's what she was looking for. They didn't have any.
Yeah, so, but for me, so you could get bread if you weren't picky. So a lot of people don't care. For me, it's like, well, I just, I would just rather do without than to have it. Like, we have some bacon at home. I was thinking about having bacon sandwiches or something like that. But
bacon and
I can just have bacon and eggs, or something like that. That's probably what I'll have, and just won't have the bread. But they were pretty. They were missing a lot of canned vegetables and stuff like that.
Soups and ramen were still wiped out.
Ramen noodles, were gone. But they had, like, I got corn and I got green beans and stuff like that. So I did not have to do without. There were things available on the shelf. I think they had more than Kroger did last night. But now, we were at Kroger at the very end of the night.
Yeah, so they may have stocked.
So, yeah, Kroger probably had all that stuff today. I don't know. But, so anyway, I just figured I would get on here and tell you that that's one thing that we've done different than we've ever done before is gone grocery shopping before we even had a cup of coffee. So that's probably the first thing we'll do when we get home is have a cup of coffee. So today is Sunday and we're making chicken. We've been making fried chicken a lot lately.
It's like a common thing, huh?
It is very common. And now Kevin is, we have this cheese slicer, and Ashley bent it all to pieces. How did she do it?
She did something with a wire.
She did something, and she bent it. So Kevin's trying
the whole wire was like warped.
so Kevin's trying to fix it. But we're making chicken. And then in here, I have some rolls that are going to go in the oven, some dinner rolls. These are the Sister Schubert's. I have some macaroni penne pasta that's boiling. It's probably about finished now. And then over here, I have the cheese for the macaroni. And then I have a pan. One's for Andrew and Christina. One is for us. And then over here, oh, did you fix it? Oh, good. I didn't know you could do that. I thought we'd have to buy a new one. And then over here, I have a pan to put the macaroni in for Andrew and Christina. What the deal is Andrew's birthday. We invited them to come over, but we were going to make dinner for him for his birthday. But they're trying to stay in the house as much as possible. They're trying to stay home. And so because of that reason, we're cooking dinner for them, and we're going to eat here, and we're going to deliver it to their house. So when all this is ready, Kevin, we're going to wrap it up really good, and Kevin is going to deliver it to their house, and they can eat at their house, and we can eat here. We even bought Andrew a birthday cake for his birthday, and we're going to just give them the whole cake. Andrew wanted chocolate cake, and so if you watch the grocery haul, we bought him chocolate cake. And so we're just going to give him the whole cake for him to enjoy, because we have stuff here. We have brownies and we have all kinds. You all know us. We always have sweet stuff here. Sweet stuff is not the issue, you know, with us. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. So Ashley and Kevin have gone to deliver the meal to Anna and Christina. I did make the rolls. I showed you that though. So this is what we're eating here at home, and it just came out, so you can hear it. You can hear it. You can hear the sizzle. Isn't that funny how you can actually see that cheese right there sizzling. So you'll see this meal. I'm doing a what I ate, like a dinner edition. So you'll probably have already seen my plate and what I get to eat long before you see this in the vlog. It is Sunday, March 22nd. I showed you earlier, a couple of hours ago, what we had for lunch. And now it is later in the day, and Kevin has decided he's going to mow the yard because it does look bad. And our neighbor got out and mowed his yard today. And I told Kevin, I said, yeah, you really need to mow our yard.
Well, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
And it's going to rain tomorrow. Yeah, he probably would have waited till tomorrow. But it is supposed to rain. But it's 52 degrees right now, so I'm not wearing a coat or anything. But I was out here the other day, actually, a couple days ago, just trying to get some fresh air, and I noticed that I definitely need to weed all this. And I would have done it a few days ago, but it had rained really bad the day before.
I wonder if those are going to come back up.
I hope so. My peonies? Yeah. I hope so.
Those seem to be coming up earlier this year.
What?
Those back there in the south.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what those are, but
those are those.
I didn't think they came up this early.
Those are those orange flowers that Mom planted.
Yeah, I guess they do come up.
Yeah, but they don't. The orange flowers don't come up for a long time. But anyway, I would have weeded this a few days ago, but it was so wet that it was like, there's no way that I'm filled it up with gas. Yeah. Is that bad for it to?
No, I mean it's not necessarily good for it.
To sit all winter.
Yeah, but I don't. It does. This lawnmower doesn't use much gas.
Oh yeah, yeah. He likes this lawnmower. It's the one that we showed in a video last year. But see, all this needs to be weeded really bad. So anyway, I'll show you how it looks when he finishes. I mean, if he gets it started. Of course, it'll still look bad next to the bushes, but this will look a lot better. Yeah, I don't think it's going to start.
Doesn't want to start.
No, it doesn't. So Kevin was going to mow the grass, but he did not get to. He couldn't get it started, so he looked up online and it said that something, what could be clogged?
Carburetor
Or something like that. But
from old gas, of course.
Right, where he didn't drain the gas out. So, because we really like the lawnmower.
Yeah, it's a crap.
We called a guy that we've gotten in the past to do maintenance on other lawnmowers. We called him to work on that and our power washer, because our power washer has been a huge disappointment. And there's a video on that of us doing the box opening and all that. But it's only worked, it worked like 3 times and then it wouldn't work anymore. And it wasn't cheap or anything. So we've put in a call to this guy. Kevin left a message. He didn't pick up. So hopefully it won't be long before we hear from him. But earlier in the video, I know I've been talking about funerals and stuff like that a lot. But it's just, I find this in this time that we're going through, I just find this interesting how they're doing things. So one of the local funeral homes in town says, you know, I told you that people were only like doing small graveside services and things like that because of the governor's request. So what I didn't know, I guess when people are dying, the funeral home is telling them, look, this is what you need to do. Because I don't know. I guess you could elect to have a funeral. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a choice. Because it says, this funeral home, this name, is committed to doing our part. Therefore, out of respect for the governor's request to limit gatherings to no more than 10 people. Only graveside services will be held in remembrance of loved ones during this time. So, that's what I wanted to bring up just right now, is that I have since found out, since we've talked about it in the video earlier, you can only have 10 people. So, think about that. With your family, I mean, yes, I know that's morbid, I realize that. But still, I just think, okay, 10 people. You know, I think that would be a hard thing to do. So, because I know, like, when Mom died, we went into the funeral home. Not this funeral home in particular, but a different one. We went into the funeral home, and, you know, they ask you all these questions. And so, I doubt they're asking you the names for 10 people. But I can imagine them doing that. Like, if we were to go in, you would have to name, okay, what 10 people do you want to attend your mother's funeral? Because that's all that can come. That just boggles the mind. I thought that was interesting. And then I thought this was interesting too, just because I've never seen this in somebody's obituary before. This is a local obituary. Someone died, and this is the last sentence in their obituary. I've just never heard this before. It says, in lieu of flowers, go on a hike, adopt a pet, commune with nature, or smoke them if you got them. I just thought that was interesting. So I wanted to tell you about two things that Kevin and I have binged watched. Both of them were really short, and so that's why we were able to watch them so quickly. One of them was called Double Decker Driving School. So Double Decker is a double-decker bus, and it takes place in London in the United Kingdom, and it is a driving school for people who want to be bus drivers. Now, there were only, I think, I want to say 6 episodes. I'll have to check on that. I think there's like 6 episodes, but they're like an hour a piece or something like that, and they're all on YouTube. So if you do a search for Double Decker Driving School, you can watch every episode on YouTube. And I thought it was really good. I'm surprised they've only did the 1 season of it, because I thought it was there only 6 episodes of that Double Decker Driving School?
Yeah, I think
6?
so. I think it was 6.
But it was really entertaining, and it was interesting too how some of those people, like there was this young guy in there, and he was like 20 years old or something like that, but he thought he knew. He's like, I've driven everything, and he thought he knew what he was doing. And come to find out, driving a bus is much different than driving anything else you've ever experienced. So that was good. And then we have binged watched a show on HBO called McMillions. And back in 2001, is that when all this happened?
Yeah, that's when they started.
Back in 2001, apparently it was in the news that this Monopoly, the McDonald's Monopoly games, that someone was faking the game, that they were faking that these there were tickets given out to people who shouldn't have gotten them. And I don't want to give the whole show away, but I didn't know that even happened. Kevin and I don't remember that ever happening in the news, it ever coming out or anything. But they said it came out shortly. This hit the news right before 9/11 happened. So then once 9/11 happened, that took over in the newspapers and stuff like that, because of course it was much bigger. But that's what this show McMillions is about. And it's very interesting. Every episode was interesting. The last one I thought went on for a little while. The last episode, I thought they kind of drew it out a little bit longer than it needed to be, but I still thought it was interesting. But the star of the show is this FBI agent, and his name is Doug Matthews, and he is literally the star of the show. He's wonderful. He smiles and laughs. He has the best sense of humor. He's hilarious. he'll say these things. You can tell he just says whatever is on his mind, and he's just naturally funny. He has a great personality. I tell Kevin, I said, he's the guy you want to hang out with. He's the guy you want to do things with and be with. And he's this FBI agent. And he was describing like his boss in the FBI, and he was describing his boss as having like he has the personality of this table right here. You know, so you've got him, Doug, who's just as outgoing as he can be, and then you have this other straight-laced guy, and I'm not sure how they worked together because they're so very, very different. But if you watch it on HBO, then you'll see what I mean, because he truly, he's just a fantastic guy. He could do something else besides the FBI, definitely, because he's just, I think he could do anything he wanted to do because he's just got that kind of personality. But it was very, very interesting to find out who was behind all of it, and then you finally find out exactly how it was being done. You get all the answers that you want. So I'm not saying that I believe for 1 second that justice was served in any shape, form, or fashion, that I would have had it, but you do get answers to all your questions in the end. So it's definitely worth watching. So Kevin and I have come to Speedway to get gas. There's a reason we're out, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but Kevin has I think you can see it. He's wearing a blue glove out there. You can see him out the window. He said, you know, I have these gloves that I use for cleaning, and he said, I'm going to take some gloves with me. And I'm glad he remembered because I had forgotten because I'm just not used to it. But he said, I'm going to wear a glove at the gas tank because it's the nastiest. He said, those are the nastiest things ever. And it gave me the shivers because I remembered one time when we were up here, and I actually took the man's picture. I didn't post it anywhere because I realized I didn't want to shame somebody. But it made me absolutely sick. A guy was pumping gas and eating one of those hot dogs from inside, which I think are vile anyway. I mean, if you're eating one of those hot dogs, you're probably at risk right there of catching something. There was a show that Kevin and I watched on TV, and they would call them wizard fingers because they're all gnarled and nasty looking. So they would call the hot dogs wizard fingers. But anyway, it just made me absolutely sick to look over and see this guy pumping gas and eating a hot dog at the same time. But the reason we're out is because we left the power washer and the lawnmower on the side of the house, and we called the guy that comes to fix the stuff for us, and he came.
No, it's not working.
It's not working? So now you're touching your steering wheel with the nasty glove. Ooh, don't hit that pole.
I've only touched
he came over and got the power washer and the lawnmower yesterday, and so he called and he said it'll be ready Wednesday. He'll be able to bring them back. And now we're at another pump, and I said, okay, would you rather have cash or is a check okay? And he said, I would rather have cash. Well, Kevin and I don't carry cash ever. We never carry cash. So we have to go to the bank, which he'll have to put another glove on. We'll go through the ATM. But, you know, and of course we're touching things. So, but I'm thinking if he can not touch buttons at certain places, at least that'll be good. And the gas thing, you know, that's good. So we had to come out to get, Kevin was getting really low on gas. His light was on the other day and we just didn't get it. And it's amazing to me that gas prices have gone down. It's $1.73 here for unleaded. So You'll have to let me know where it's at in your area. My glasses were filthy. I cooked sausage for dinner last night, and I needed to clean my glasses off. Anyway, so we've come out to go to the bank, and he needed that, and we probably will run in Walmart while we're out, because we have very, very little ketchup, and we have some potatoes, and I want to make some fried potatoes. I love fried potatoes, and I know I'm weird because I won't eat mashed potatoes, and I won't eat baked potatoes. But now if they're fried, I will eat them up. And I don't eat French fries. Like French fries, I don't ever want ketchup at all. No ketchup. The only time I eat ketchup is on a cheeseburger. I like ketchup. Or with fried potatoes. I love ketchup with fried potatoes. So I'm just weird, I know, and I'm willing to accept that. I don't mind when people say that I'm weird about stuff like that. It's okay, because everybody has things. Everybody has their limits. There's something out there that you won't eat. Trust me, you've got something that you hate. And mashed potatoes for me is just that thing that I don't think they taste very good. But the texture for me is just terrible. Did you use your Apple Card?
Yeah.
How much was it?
$22.80.
$22.80 to fill up
So
the...
$1.70 a gallon.
Yeah, so not bad at all. So now we're going to go to the bank and get out the money. If you're curious about how much he's charging, he said he was putting like a new carburetor kit in the lawnmower and in the power washer, and then he had to change the oil in the. You're going to the bank, you know.
I know.
Oh, I didn't. I just. He's going a different way than I would have gone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Then he's changing the oil in the pressure washer. And the oil in the lawnmower was fine. I think it's hard to get out right here, so I wouldn't have come this way. But I'm not driving, so it doesn't matter. So when he called yesterday, he said it's like $25 to change the carburetor kits, and
45.
or $45 to change both of the to change both the carburetors. I said, oh, okay, so is that the total? And he kind of went, and it's like, I said, oh no, of course that's not the total. I said, because that's before you have to charge before your service. And he's like, yeah. So it's actually going to be $65. So
I don't think that's bad for two motors.
I don't think it's bad either. However, we just got the lawnmower last year.
I know, that's my fault though for leaving the old gas in there.
Yeah, and the power washer, I've told you, we've only used it like 3 times.
Again,
so
that's my fault for leaving gas in there.
You think that's why the power washer wasn't working?
The gas
I didn't know that.
Gas gets gummy when you leave it.
I didn't know that the power washer was your fault.
Yeah, it's gas. It's all leaving gas.
Well, so $65.
Are you gonna get in the truck with me there? Jerk off?
$65 to get those up and running instead of buying a new one. You know, I think that's totally worth it. We went to the P.O. box today. We hadn't been down there in a while, had we?
Probably a week.
Probably a week, yeah. Because, you know, it's not mandatory that we go. And honestly, I didn't know if anything would be down there or not. But I had something from Kim. Kim in Massachusetts. Kim has sent us some Screaming Sicilian coupons, which I will absolutely use. They have been on sale here lately, and we were just in Kroger, and they only had one. They literally had one, and I asked Kevin, I said,
except for the pans. They had a few pans.
Yeah, pans. I said, well, do you want to get it? Kevin's like, no, we have plenty in the freezer right now. I think we have like 5 in there. Yeah, we have 5 because we've been
eat like 1 a week.
Yeah, because they had them on sale for like 5 for something, and we basically bought us 5, and then we bought Aina or Christina 5. So, but yes, I will absolutely use these. They don't expire until the end of May, so thank you very much. And Friendlies, I've never seen, we have the Friendlies like the ice cream cups that we've reviewed. Anything that I've been able to, that we can get here, I've reviewed it. I have never seen these treats.
Look like
I've seen
sandwiches.
pictures of them. Yeah, like this is, they have a cone, it looks like a drumstick, and then with peanuts on top, and then they have one that's like a cookie sandwich, ice cream, and then they have one that's called a fudge swirl, and it looks like a ice cream sandwich. With the chocolate. We've never seen them here, but I will keep these coupons, and even if your coupons expire, I will still keep an eye out for those because we have not had them, and I would like to try them. I hope they do come here. I think that's a primarily northeastern company. Hi Tammy and Kevin, I found these coupons and figured you might be able to use them. Thank you for all the videos you put out on YouTube. I look forward to them every day. Please stay healthy during this crazy pandemic. You guys are the best and my favorite YouTubers. Thanks for all you do. Always, Kim. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that. And I absolutely appreciate the coupons because, you know, it seems like they put the Screamin' Sicilian on sale like once every other month. So those coupons
they'll be on sale again.
Yeah, those coupons are perfect. Okay, so now we have a package from Pam in Indiana. So, and Pam contacted me and she said she found some pork rinds in Meyer. Okay, we have tried 2 of these and 2 of them we haven't. So I recognize these bags. We have actually tried this one. This is the Southern Recipe Small Batch. This is Blackberry Habanero. We've tried this one and we've tried this one. This one is sea salt and cracked black pepper. But that's okay because we will totally enjoy them.
I love pork rinds.
And Kevin's getting low on like snacks like this. So these are greatly appreciated. Very much appreciated.
So the ones we haven't tried were the Smokehouse Sea Salt
and what are they?
Then Spicy Dill.
I don't recognize their, smoked sea salt. Yeah, I don't recognize that. I don't think, and it's coated in sunflower.
And I know we haven't done the
They're all coated in sunflower oil, but I don't recognize these 2.
Yeah, I don't recognize the spicy dill.
The spicy dill, yes. Not just dill, spicy dill.
Spicy dill.
Yeah, those will be fun. So we will absolutely review those, and then we'll get to enjoy them, of course. But yeah, I like these bags. But yeah, I recognize those, especially the Blackberry Habanero, because it was different. It was the name was different. Just having Blackberry Habanero and pork rinds is different, so that stands out and you remember it. Thank you very, very much for mailing those right now.
Really appreciate it.
These are from Sarah and Nancy in California. Sarah contacted me and she told me that she had found some refrigerated Kind bars, and she said they're good outside of the refrigerator for 7 days. So she said they should be, by the time I mail them and you get them, they should be okay. So I know that those are going to be in here somewhere. These are RXAM oats. These are both maple.
No, the RX brand, yeah.
Yeah,
I recognize the packaging.
Yes, the packaging. So, yeah, we've tried a lot of the RX bars, which are really good.
They're actually really good.
I'm thinking the peanut butter one was my favorite. So these have very simple ingredients. 1 egg white, 9 almonds, 1 date, 1/3 of a cup of oats, no BS. That's how they do their bars too. So those will be fun to try.
Yeah, I like how she sends us something healthy and then a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh my goodness.
She knows us.
Nestle Toll House. The Brownie Baker chocolate chip cookie. This is
huge,
massive.
Is that 1 cookie or 2?
No, that's 1. No, it's 1 thick cookie.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 1 serving per container, so 1 cookie is 470 calories. So I'm putting it up to my face for size. That is how big that cookie is. That is huge. I cannot wait to try that. I've never seen that around here either.
That's a 7-Eleven. There may be other 7-Eleven stuff in here.
7-Eleven pecan pie.
I'm just going to give you all these.
And I don't think we've ever tried any 7-Eleven not like this.
No, we've tried pies.
We've tried pie like
fruit pies.
like the flaky pies, but not these. Okay, these are Kind Minis.
I'm not sure what these are.
Wonder if she put a note
She
in
might
there.
have put the box with a note or whatever.
Wonder how you know the difference between the ones that go in the refrigerator and the regular ones. I don't know how you know the difference between the ones that are supposed to be refrigerated, because they don't say refrigerator. I'm gonna have to, if I can't figure it out, I'll have to message her. Because right now I'm not seeing anything that says,
Yeah, you might have seen her messages. I don't see any note or anything in there. Maybe they're all supposed to be refrigerated.
I don't know.
Or maybe she couldn't send you the refrigerated ones.
No, she said she could. She specifically had looked into it, and she said they're good outside of the refrigerator for 7 days. She told me that. So she said they should be fine by the time they get to you.
We'll figure it out.
I'll have to send her something.
So
But
what you
she,
got?
okay, I have the caramel almond and sea salt, 2 of those. 2 of the dark chocolate nuts and sea salt. 3 of the peanut butter. 3 of the dark chocolate, and 2 of the dark chocolate cherry cashew. So yeah, they might all need to be refrigerated.
I don't know what these are. Maybe you can read something on there. They feel like peanut brittle.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah, but see that one says,
This one says almond salted caramel, sweet and salty, almond salted caramel, and sweet salty. So there's 3 of each of
I
these.
don't know what they are, but
I don't either.
there's no box in here. So.
But they don't say Nature Valley. So like I had bought the mini like 100 calorie Nature Valley. Those were still in a Nature Valley packaging. So I don't know.
You'll have to message her.
I will have to message her. That's okay. This is a Luna mashups. It's a lemon, zest, and blueberry. It says it's new.
Lemon and blueberry seems to be popular here.
I think yeah. I mean, I think it's been around the combination for a while, but
I see more of it here lately.
And then these are endangered species duos. This is the peanut butter and caramel, and this is called endangered species 1. Rice crisp and dark chocolate.
So candy bars.
Yes, expensive candy bars too. I'm thinking I've seen those in Kroger and in Whole Foods. No Bake Cookie Company. Rich, creamy, and delicious. So these are cookies. These are chocolate cookies and peanut butter cookies. I've never seen these before. They're made in Oregon. And she had sent us this brand of granola before, and it was really good. This is Open Nature granola. This is the Honey Nut. And somebody told me what grocery store this was from, and I just don't remember. But I love trying new granola. This is Annie's Organic Bunny Grahams Birthday Cake Baked Graham Snacks. Have definitely not tried those. Fudge.
Sampler.
Nuts.com Valentine's Fudge Sampler. 4 delicious flavors. And maybe it'll say what the flavors are when I open it. It is sealed, but it doesn't say on the outside at all. So I have no idea what the 4 delicious flavors are. You would think they would put it on there and it would sell better and people knew what flavors were in there.
Yeah, this is all Trader Joe's stuff. I think it's Trader Joe's. Yeah.
Fleur de Sel caramels, harvested, sea salted, collected off the coast of France. I can't wait. I love caramels. Trader Joe's butter toffee coated Virginia peanuts. We will both enjoy those, I'm sure. Trader Joe's coconut crispy rolls wafer cookies. And we like the coconut. And then, okay, I thought this was so interesting. When I saw a picture of these, somebody posted this. This is the Trader Joe's Raspberry Rose. It's a white chocolate bar. But what I think is interesting is Kevin and I bought 3 of these chocolate bars. They looked identical to this, but
flower shaped.
But they were under a different name, and they sold them at Walmart. But it says a product of Belgium. I'm wondering, I bet you that same company makes them and they just put them in different packaging. I bet you it's the exact same company. I can't think of it right now, but I bet you it's the same thing.
But I do recognize that pattern.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the exact bar. I'm sure it's the same company, but it's just sold for Trader Joe's. So that'll be fun to try. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you for the coupons and the pork rinds, all of this stuff. We really appreciate it, and it's nice to have some things to review that we couldn't get ourselves, because Trader Joe's, we have a Trader Joe's like 40 minutes away. We just don't get there very often at all. So this is very much appreciated. Okay, I just wanted to let you all know, Sarah said that these are not the kind bars that go in the refrigerator. She said she forgot to get the ones out of the refrigerator, the ones that are cold. So that's okay. That's perfectly okay. She said she's going to send them, but I told her, I said, you do not have to risk your life or your mother's life going out to the store to send me, to go to the post office to send those to me. But she wants to send them. She said they're being cautious. So these are not refrigerated. I wanted to clarify that in the video. And she said that these bars are also from nuts.com. So she has sent me some pictures of the nutritional information and all that, so that I'll be able to tell you when we do the video. But that's where these are from. I thought you all might be curious. So last night, Kevin and I watched the movie Contagion. And you don't want to watch Contagion if you're like really freaked out by everything going on, because I think if you are, that would make things 10 times worse for you watching this movie. But if you've seen Contagion, there's something that Kevin and I were curious about that we were talking about in the car. Kevin said, I've been thinking about Jude Law's character in the movie, and I said, I have too, because we don't really think they did a good job of explaining his character.
What was the purpose?
Yeah, we don't know what the purpose of his character was at all. Really, that they could have left him out completely. Well, this is the thing. The movie Contagion, I'll explain it to you. It's kind of like what is going on right now in you have this virus that has happened, and if you pay close attention, at the very end of the movie, they show exactly how this virus happened. It was very interesting. But this virus has happened, and people, it's not like what's happening with us, because right now here, people are getting sick, and a lot of people have died, yes, but people are getting sick. In the movie, they are literally passing it from one person to the other, and the minute you have it, you basically die. You don't have long at all before you die. And so there's a character, Jude Law plays this character, who he believes, I think it's forsythia. He believes in this homeopathic remedy, forsythia, and he's a blogger, and so he's telling his online viewers that are reading his blog and watching videos that they don't need to wait for this shot, a cure, that they can take this forsythia, which causes all kinds of trouble with pharmacies and stuff like that. You'll just have to watch the movie if you're interested. But our question was, they said, well, I don't want to give anything away, and that would give something away. They said, we're wondering if he was sick with just a regular cold, and that forsythia really worked and made him feel better. So he didn't have the virus that everyone else had, that was killing people. He just was literally sick, and the forsythia made him feel better. Or do you think that he was just trying to cash in on the sales of Forsythia? Because he made like $4 million. But the only thing I told Kevin is, I said, I kind of think that he was really sick with something, that he didn't have the virus, but that he was really sick with something, and that he believed that this worked. And the only reason I have that opinion is because he was very vocal about that you don't need to wait for the cure from the government, and that they're just taking longer because one hand washes the other, and they're making money. This one's making money off this one, and it's all a big money-making thing. So his whole opinion was that it was a money-making thing, so he was very against that. So I'm thinking that he would not, yes, he made $4 million, but that wasn't his ultimate goal. So I'm wondering...
I think it was.
Kevin does. Kevin does totally. So we feel differently. Kevin totally thinks he was in it for the money, and that even though he was speaking against it, that he totally was trying to make that money. I believe that he really had a cold and genuinely thought that the Forsythia worked. So if you've seen the movie, tell us what you thought. Like I said, if you're the least bit paranoid or anything, or you're... if you're really, really frightened, I know some people they've said their hair has been falling out because they've been stressed and worried. If you are that type of person, then you do not need to be watching this kind of movie right now. It's like, good example, Kevin and I were going to go to the United Kingdom for the first time. And I had been on the plane. I had been on a plane to Disney, but I had not been on like... I think it's like a 7-hour flight. I think it's like 9 hours total flight time. But I'm thinking from like wherever we usually go over to the United Kingdom, I'm thinking it's like a 7-hour flight. It might be 9 hours. But anyway, the night before our trip for the first time, we watched, it was some airplane movie where they had all this trouble on the airplane. It wasn't like Snakes on a Plane or anything like that. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was one of those disaster movies, and we sat and watched it, and I thought, you know, there would have been a lot of people that would not have watched this at this time. Because it would have freaked them out against flying. So that's what we're warped, I guess. And it was popular when we were going to go for the first time, and so I wanted to watch it, and so we did. Yeah. So if you're already very, very, very stressed, then Contagion isn't a good movie for you. But after all this blows over, then I would seriously sit down and watch it, because it was a very good movie. And there are big names in it. Matt Damon's in it. Gwyneth Paltrow's in it. Kate Winslet's in it. Judd Law is in it.
What's the other guy's name?
Gosh. Which one are you thinking of?
The head of the CDC.
Oh, the guy that was in Breaking Bad. The teacher, whatever his name was. I don't know I can't think of his real name. The guy that played the chemistry teacher in Breaking Bad. He's in it. And then there's an older man. There's an older man that's in there too. And he's been in a ton of stuff. Kevin's looking it up right now.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, yes, Lawrence Fishburne's in there. He was really good. Is it Judd Law or Jude Law? I'm calling him Judd. I think it's Jude. Hey, Jude. It's Jude, and I'm calling him Judd. Like Judd Nelson. Does it say that guy's name from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I'm sure it's here somewhere.
I don't see him on that page. But the thing is there are so many big...
He wasn't a major character, though.
No, he wasn't. But there are so many big name people in here that...
Bryan Cranston?
Bryan Cranston. Yes, that's him. Bryan Cranston.
Elliot Gould's in it?
And he doesn't... look at all like he did in Breaking Bad, especially there towards the end. But because I think that movie came out like 2011, didn't it?
That sounds right. Yeah,
2011, yeah. So, but anyway, when all this blows over and you can watch it, that's a recommendation from me, is to watch this, because it was interesting. But if you have seen it, I would like to hear your opinions in the comments. Well, the guy brought the lawnmower and the power washer back today, so Kevin was able to mow the grass. He's actually out front mowing right now. Oh yeah, but it looks nice. And once again, the weather was really decent, and I came out here and walked a little bit, and I would have cleaned out the flower beds, but it rained. I mean, it soaked the ground last night. So it's like anytime it's going to be nice the next day, it's rained the night before, and it's so wet that I just don't want to fool with it. So there's no point in getting muddy when I know it'll dry up, and we'll have some nice days. It's not like I don't have plenty of time to come out here and fool with it. We are on our way to the store. We have been trying to avoid the store as much as possible, but we do need waters. So every package of water that we bought, the bottles, we are in the refrigerator. So once we've got them all in the refrigerator, we know that we need to get some more. I'm gonna check on bread again, although I'm not hopeful, because I have not seen the lower calorie bread, which is fine. I don't mind.
Any brand?
No, any brand, yeah. But somebody had asked me to discuss what was going on in our area, and I can just tell you that the kids, like the kids are supposed to be going to school online. They're doing their online learning through the computer. School age kids, yeah. So I feel sorry for my nieces though, because they had bought their prom dress and everything. I just feel sorry for them. And if they don't get to walk in graduation, that's that's a major deal. But I don't know. We're not there yet. We're not in May yet. But all non-essential businesses have closed. So, like,
They have to be closed by tonight at 8 o'clock.
So car dealerships, tattoo parlors, jewelry stores, beauty salons, nail places, all those places are not supposed to be open. The only places that are open are grocery stores, and we've even had doctor's offices, and I don't know what the policy is for doctor's offices, but I know my aunt told me that she has seen where dentist offices were closed, except for like emergencies. Dentist offices are closed.
A lot of dentist offices are closed.
Which I understand that, because you're right up in somebody's face. I mean, they always wear the mask. But still, I can understand them not wanting to be up in people's faces for their protection and your protection. So I can understand that. Can you think of anything else that's changed, or?
No, not really. They did finalize all the colleges in the state, all the KCDCS colleges, which is one of the colleges I'm at. They're online instruction only until the end of the semester, until May whatever, and only online final exams. So no coming in for proctored exams or anything like that. So they did make that decision.
I've got something else to tell you too. I finished my last Harry Potter book last night.
So you finished the series?
I finished the series, but this is the perfect time to be inside, because we are going to watch every one of the movies, and we'll binge watch those, and then I've already planned, and I know Kevin won't mind, and even if Kevin doesn't watch them, I will. I'm going to watch all the Lord of the Rings.
You have to watch The Hobbit too.
I'm going to. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to watch the entire series, The Hobbit and all those. Because
we actually have the extended versions of all of those on DVD.
Yeah, so I've seen the Lord of the Rings, that whole series. I've seen those again and again and again. But now the other three, like The Hobbit and whatever the names of those are, I've only seen those one time each.
I have to.
So it'll be like seeing those for the first time all over again. So once we've watched all the Harry Potter movies, which for me, they're going to be like seeing them for the first time too, because I haven't seen them in so many years. But I've been thinking this entire time that I'm reading these Harry Potter books, if you've never read them, in the Wizarding world, pictures are, the people move. The people aren't just standing there still and smiling or frowning or whatever. They're actually moving, and many times they can talk, and you can talk to them. I mean, you can have a conversation. So every time I hear something like that in the book, I think, wouldn't that be just wonderful if our loved ones, when they passed on, if you could have a picture of them and you could talk to them, you could carry on conversations with them. But maybe somebody can explain it to me. I may have missed it somewhere if it was explained in the book. I just didn't get it. Why can some pictures have conversations and others can't? So at first I thought, okay, maybe it's only the headmasters that can have conversations, but that's not true, because there's pictures all over Hogwarts.
She talks to the lady that sings, the fat lady that sings, that guards the room.
But now that I think about it, I know, that's what I'm saying. So it's not just headmaster. Is it only in, no, I was going to say, is it only in Hogwarts that they talk? But it's not, because when they go to Sirius's house, there's the picture of his mother on the wall, and she's acting terrible. So I don't know. Somebody explain that to me. Did I miss that? I mean, do you have the answer? So
I never thought that deeply about it.
Okay, so I am thinking deeply about it, because I'm one of these people that will actually daydream about.
I'm thinking it's a book. She just wrote it that way. That's how she did it.
I know, but I would just be curious if somebody's caught on to something that she may have, because people catch on to things that I may have missed. Because I'm one of these people that will actually, when I'm reading that book, I'm in that book. I am there. I can imagine my surroundings. I'm hearing their voices. I think Ashley says that's why it takes me longer than her to read a book, because I'm actually doing the voices in my head, and I'm actually there. So I'm invested in this, okay? So I'm thinking about people that have died. Like my mom died, and I'm thinking, gosh, wouldn't it be wonderful to just be able to go and have her and be able to talk, and every day, you know, go up to her picture and she's there, and she can move from picture to picture in the house, and you know, that's really cool, isn't it? And so I'm just wondering, why can some pictures, so like Harry's mom and dad, you know, he saw pictures of them and them with other people. I'm just wondering, why don't they all talk? So if anybody has an answer, if you've caught something, because I know I have some fans, some true Harry Potter fans that watch these videos, just let me know if that was ever said somewhere and I just skipped over it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So which ended up being your favorite book?
The Chamber of Secrets.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one with Moaning Myrtle, and the bathroom, and yeah, and the diary.
Yeah, I always liked the Goblet of Fire.
The Goblet of Fire. The Goblet of Fire was good, really good. Yeah, the Chamber of Secrets is my favorite. I'm glad you asked me that, because somebody had wondered that. Now, what was your least favorite?
Probably the Half-Blood Prince.
The Half-Blood Prince. Mine was
No, it's been a long time since I read all of those. Just remember that. So
mine was the one that I just finished.
the last one.
The Deathly Hallows. That was my, yeah, that's, I mean, I like all of the books. I think they're all well written. They're all interesting. But I have to say that this last one, out of all of them, was probably my least favorite. Now, that's just me. So, yeah, now I'm curious about everybody else. Do you have a favorite Harry Potter book? Which one? I just like the whole bathroom, Moaning Myrtle, the diary, and I don't know. I just really like it. But I mean, yeah, they all have things that they're all very, very interesting. So I hope you all are staying safe. Just know, yes, we are going to the store, but we're only getting out when we have to. We are going to the store in the next town over because while I'm going to the store, I may as well look for a couple of things that our Kroger doesn't have and that I'm hoping they'll have in the Kroger in the next town over. They did not say you can only go to a specific store.
We're not on lockdown anyways.
We're not on lockdown. We are not on lockdown. We're still allowed to go and do and all that. But I mean, people are
Pretty much staying.
People have said to me over and over again they want us to stay in and be safe, and we are. But we truly do need to pick up a couple of essential items, and that is the bottom line while we're going out. And they've been telling people, go for a walk, go for a drive. So like on our road, our house is on like a main road in town, and it has been just as busy. And Kevin made mention of that yesterday. He said, you know, traffic has been just as heavy lately as ever. And I've said, you know why? Because they're telling people to get out and go for drives and stuff like that. Get out of the house so that you don't get tired of being in the house. But see, we're used to being in, so it doesn't matter to us. But I think that's why he's getting over. That's why you still see a lot of traffic out, is because people are just trying to get out of the house a little bit. And today especially is supposed to be a beautiful day, and so I would think you'd see a lot of people out for walks. So anyway, I hope you all are staying safe too and only going out when you have to, and thanks for watching.